Welcome, Virgo, to your 2026 tarot reading. We'll take a look at the overall energies for 2026. We'll take a look at career. These are summaries. And then also love and relationships. And a couple other areas of challenges, strengths, etc. Unexpected. I will use, I'll pull out the cards at first. I'm going to use a separate deck for each area just to see if there's any light cards. Oh, also gives me an look at it overall. Let's get started. I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles. That felt awkward. I hope you all are doing fantastic. We're coming up on 2026, just around the corner. A couple more days. So let's get started. There it goes. Also, please hit that thumbs up button. It really does help us to connect. It also does help the channel. It does both. And it really does help connect. It really does. But more importantly, I feel like when you leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji of some sort or hand waving saying hi, it does help us to connect. It really does. So let's get started here. Virgo, 3 cards overall. Knight of Swords. 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the 2 of Cups. Okay, so this is work and career. And I do personal readings as well. Link to my emails below. Just email personal readings. I'll email you all the, the few options. I don't do a lot of options. There's like a couple different levels. There's more. You can ask whatever you want. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, career, work, money. 2 of Swords, making a decision here in 2026, looks like. And the 9 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Last but not least, love and relationships. Okay, Virgo, love and relationships, 2026. All of our business out of the way. What we got? Okay, 4 of Swords. Wheel, something new's happening. And Ace of Wands. Awesome. With the World at the bottom of the deck. Very interesting having the World and the Wheel. Then I'm going to do a, oh, that one fell out. Okay, I'm leaving it. What you don't see. What will be unexpected. Chariot. I'm going to put that there. Challenge. Three of Wands. Strength. The Death card. Changes are happening. That's the most important thing for you to know this year. Got that Queen of Wands. 2 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck for that. That one doesn't matter as much at the bottom of the deck. I kind of look more at these. So I'm going to use the runic. I've got decks everywhere. So let's see. I'm going to have this handy. You have the Knight of Swords, the 2 of Coins, and the 8 of Wands in your overall energy. I'll show you these cards in a second here. With the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So overall, it could be something about a relationship. Now, this could be a partnership of any kind, relationship, love. However, I do feel like there's some interesting energies here because the Knight of Swords is like, there's something here about you really heading towards something very quickly with the Knight of Swords. I don't feel like this is something coming in. I definitely feel like she will clarify it. We've got the 2 of Pentacles as well, and that is really about balancing things out. You know, I feel like it's kind of about making choices, but not making like choice of A and B. It's like, okay, what do I spend my time on doing and how do I fit it all in? Which does lead to making a decision of maybe putting more time towards one life area or another. And then you have the 8 of Wands. I want to clarify that because the 8 of Wands can be about messages. It can be about moving and it can be about travel. I'm overall feeling like it's like you have this feeling of it's time to get started. This Eight of Wands in particular in this deck, it's a little bit of a different energy to me because it's showing that the chandelier, and chandeliers are going back and forth. They're not going in one direction, but it almost feels like something's happening so quickly that you can't quite get your hand on it, but it comes and goes. So it feels like a relationship or a situation that you feel like comes and goes, and you can't get it like just center stage. It comes in and it's great and it goes, and then it comes in, but you can't ever like stop it in any of the areas. So let's clarify that Knight of Swords here. Let me put that up there. What is this Knight of Swords for our Virgo? I'm going to pull two clarifier cards for each. Knight of Swords is the Moon, and the Five of Swords. So yeah, I feel like there might have been a struggle and things are really, like, you may have felt like things weren't very clear. So you were really kind of deciding how to move forward with that. Um, Interesting. So I think that overall, what I think the energy is saying is, you know, sorry, got lost in my thoughts there. So the moon to me is about things clearing up or things not being clear, but the Five of Swords, clarifying that Knight of Swords, is the Five of Swords. Something didn't feel right, like you felt like something wasn't honest, or you were feeling like maybe someone was cheating in some way or another. Now, it doesn't mean cheating in a love relationship or anything like that, but maybe just not being completely honest with you, which would make a fight unfair, so to speak, could make an argument unfair, could make making a decision unfair. Like if you think something's XYZ, so you make a decision because either you're not being handed the whole truth or something. I feel like you're moving away from that. So there was a situation where you weren't clear if someone was being completely honest with you or completely forthright. Like they may have been honest, but they weren't telling you everything. That kind of thing. Like something may have been hidden, and you're moving away from that because you're like, I get the feeling like, no, this isn't going to quite work, and it doesn't quite fit in what I'm doing here. So let's take a look at Two of Coins. What are the Two of Coins, please? I still feel like, yeah, Nine of Pentacles and the Death card. So, oh, that's interesting. So that is like trying to balance in. Okay, so there's something here about you being in a position of where you feel like you're pretty independent, you feel like you've worked really hard and that you've reached some goals. And the Death card is transformation. And I get the feeling that you're like, how do I balance changing and growing, maybe even, but not taking away what I already have accomplished? Like there's a part of you that might be a little bit apprehensive about making changes because you don't want to lose something that you have. And it doesn't mean like a relationship, like just a job, for instance. You're in a really good standing, you don't want to lose that standing. You don't want to, um, maybe you make good money and you know that if you make a change, you won't, you could set yourself up for maybe not making that or not getting the respect, or something to that effect, where you want to make changes, but you don't want to also lose anything along the way. And that's what you're trying to balance out here in this situation. Let's take a look at that Eight of Wands. What is the Eight of Wands? Queen of Pentacles. There's that other side of the Nine of Pentacles and Three of Swords. So that's that back and forth. That's what the Two of Pentacles to the Eight of Wands is like, okay, I want to have a good, financial setting or stability. Back to that Nine and Queen are almost the same type of card. And then going to, well, I could lose everything with the Three of Swords coming in. So that's what you're like. There's going to be, this is a worry to me. Like you're worried about it. You're thinking about it. This isn't going to happen, the Three of Swords. It's just you're worried about it happening. And that's why you can't center that Eight of Wands. You're afraid that if you don't stop something from the in and out, that you'll be left with nothing at all. So they're back to that balance of I don't want to lose what I have. This could be relationship. This could be work as well. It could be any of those things. So just kind of keep an eye on that. So work specific, work, career, money. Six of Pentacles is again that position, and it shows up in the top one with the Nine of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is being in a position of being able to share. However, this only speaks a little bit because this also is saying there's a piece of you that does, is there equal give and take in the situation that I'm in with my career right now? The Two of Swords is coming in as, okay, well, maybe I should do something different. And you're stuck right now because the Two of Swords is kind of like a stuck feeling. It's interesting to me. I'm going to be honest with you. You have a two in the Two of Pentacles. You have a Two of Swords and the Wheel, which is, if, oh no, I'm wrong there. I was just thinking there's a one and a one. It's not, but it is still, the wheel's in the center. So there is this middle of the road kind of feeling. And that's where you're at here. Is that Two of Swords is it, I don't want to, I don't feel like I'm getting equal. I feel like you're not feeling like you're getting, like if it's career, the people around you are not giving you what you need as well. Like you feel like you're giving, but you're not getting. I don't feel like it's financial, although it could be. So you're just like, it puts you in a position of what do I do next? Because overall, there's something more out there for you, which is the Nine of Cups. I want to look at that Nine of Cups to see if this is your feeling or is this something that transpires? Because that Nine of Cups is great energy. So first we'll take a look at the Two of Pentacles, or Six of Pentacles. Sorry, Six of Pentacles. I don't think there's much more to be said about that. Knight of Cups and the Tower. You could have been in a position too where you really thought, like, again, you feel like you're giving a lot. The Knight of Cups and the wheel, or the wheel. I'm stuck on that wheel. The Tower comes in and is it? Should I be? I get the feeling like you wanted to give in this position, and that's changing. And that's another reason why you're kind of going through all of this change up at the top too. There's a feeling of, I need to get away from this. I need to make changes, but there's still that fear of losing something. And that's why you're in this, that's why you are in this, okay, in this, Two of Swords. Talk to me about the Two of Swords, please. Two cards on the Two of Swords. Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. Okay, now that's interesting to me as well. Because they're the same energy. But I feel like there's two things. It's like the Knight of Wands is moving. The Page of Wands does move though. But the Page of Wands is a little bit younger. So there is this, like, I think the only thing you're thinking about is how to move forward. I don't think there's anything else there. However, the decision could be that you get a message from somebody about moving to a new job or a new career path or a different position. Something comes in. There is definitely an offer coming in. And it is putting you in that Two of Swords position. But however, you do have the Knight of Cups coming here as well. So what is this nine of Cups? Okay, one dropped. I'm not taking those. Those were just me klutzing around. One more card for the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups here. Well, there's the Five of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So again, I think you're just worried. I do feel like this is an opportunity that comes in, but you're worried about being disappointed. Again, you're worried about losing that stability. You're worried that you may be disappointed with this new opportunity. Let's do a little bit more on that. Is there anything else with this 9 of Cups, please? Is there anything else with this 9 of Cups? Okay, Page of Pentacles and King of Cups. I feel like you're getting an offer, Ace of Swords, or Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, excuse me, not swords. Yes, this 9 of Cups is definitely an offer, but you are worried about your stability. It keeps coming back to that. The 9 of Pentacles, the Queen, the Queen of Pentacles. All of these things are coming back to that, and this is the Page of Pentacles. So you will get a job offer. I think there's something here too where you may have to work a little bit harder because it will be a different type of job to some degree. So there may be studying involved here, but it still is reaching your dreams. So no matter what is going on, you are struggling. I'm not going to lie. It's about making a decision, but the decision is coming out of fear. So when you're stuck, remember that it's probably coming out of fear. And not fear that you're not good enough, fear that you'll lose either respect, money, position, something by changing. And that's what you're really worried about. So what do we got here? Okay, I'm gonna put these back. And let's get to love here. Let's see what love is. I do see, like with your strength, you've got the Death card over there, which is not only is this Death card, I'll show it later, but it is about changing, and that is in your strength right now, that you are growing. And you'll see with this Death card, I'll just show you. It's also clarity as well, because look how clear things are. So remember that. And I also can totally understand now why that challenge is there. So in love and relationships, you have the 4 of Swords, the Wheel, the Ace of Wands. There is going to be something new happening with this Ace of Wands. Absolutely. It doesn't necessarily mean a new relationship. It could be a rekindling or something to that nature, but it is a new feeling. It's exciting. You've got the 4 of Swords to the Wheel. So the 4 of Swords is you being in a position of healing, kind of, working through things, maybe being a little bit stepping back from a situation. If not completely, you could be healing completely from another love relationship, or if you're in one, you might just be kind of stepping back from it a little bit, kind of in your own space, kind of in your own world. And with the Wheel, though, things are moving in the right direction. The Wheel is a very much a card to me. When I look at the Wheel, it means that you're headed in the direction not that you are supposed to be. And when we say supposed to be, I look at it as the divine. I feel like our higher power, the divine angels, however you want to see it, they guide us. And there's certain places that we're supposed to be and supposed to do where we either learn lessons or we, help someone else, or it's the right partner. But it is exactly, we're online with spirit. And that's an important thing to know, and then trust in that, and trust in your higher self, higher power, however you see. And that's what the Wheel is to me. It's like you're headed exactly where you're supposed to be headed. You're headed in the right direction. And with the Ace of Wands, yeah, if you want some more, so in your love life or your romantic life or your relationships even, there's a fire starting here. So even if it's not love relationships, this could actually be just a more exciting relationships in general, where you feel more motivated to do things. This also could be a new opportunity. So maybe for some of you that it has nothing to do with love relationships, this could absolutely be kind of like igniting a new partnership, because you are having a lot of changes in your work environment, I feel like. So let's look further into this. What is this 4 of Swords, please? 4 of Swords. 8 of Wands. And the 5 of Cups. Going back to that very top card where we had the 8 of Wands, and I was telling you, like having struggles, like getting it to be in the center. That's what this is. You're tired of going back and forth. You're tired of being disappointed. There's something that's been disappointing you, or you're not feeling like you're getting everything that either you expect or deserve or something to that effect. And you're tired of that. And that's what the rest is. That's what the healing is from. This back and forth, this slap fast to slow, to not being able to grab a hold of it. It's gotten like you to the point where you just, okay, I'm just gonna take a break. I just want a break, just need a break. So I feel like in relationships in general, you might be just kind of stepping back a little bit, especially if there's one in particular that meets that kind of energy where it just feels like it's all in or not at all, or where it's back and forth and you want a middle answer, it's good. It's not good to bad. It's committed to not, or is this going to happen or not? And it keeps kind of, you feel like, oh, yay. Oh, not so much. Oh, yay. Oh, not so much. So that kind of feeling, and you're tired of it because you feel like it is just one big disappointment. Let's look at the wheel. Is there anything we need to know about the wheel here for our Virgos? Okay, there's that Nine of Pentacles again. There is a real feeling here. You might be really worried about something when it comes to your own self. However, since this is the wheel, you are, there's something that's coming in that will make you, so this is a very independent card. And when I see that, I'm thinking independence, but the Knight of Wands is all after the passion, the excitement, and it's headed towards this Ace of Wands. So I feel like the wheel is taking you out of this mold that you've put yourself in as the Nine of Pentacles, the breadwinner, the one that takes care of the house, the one with the good job. Not that that's a bad thing, it's a really good thing, but you want more. So that's what the Knight of Wands is. I want more. I want passion. I want excitement. I want that. That's what I want. I want to travel. I want to move. And when I say move, just like go, like move, and not necessarily physically move, but just having that energy of motivation and passion and excitement. That's where you're headed though, because you're headed right towards that Ace of Wands. Is there anything more we need to know about this Ace of Wands? I really like this energy. If I were a Virgo, I'd claim it, but I don't think I even have Virgo in my chart. Virgo, Ace of Wands. I don't actually. I know I don't. I have Taurus is the only earth sign I have. It's my Venus sign. Okay. Ace of Wands. Okay, there's the Strength and the Two of Pentacles again. Okay, so we did, what were the clarifiers? I feel like that Two of Pentacles had clarifiers about moving. So the Ace of Wands is the Strength card with the Two of Pentacles. Once this is about you. Okay, so you've had that strength, you've had the endurance, the patience, you've been waiting, that kind of strength. But the Two of Pentacles is you putting everything into place. Here's the way I see the Two of Pentacles sometimes. I have to read about it in this book. I wonder if I have this book handy. Do I? I usually have my books handy. I don't see it. Because the runic is different. It's definitely different. Hang on. I'm going to pause this for a second. Just a second. And it's kind of interesting. So I'm going to pause. Hold on. Weird. I thought I have the runic box right back there. And I thought maybe I had put it in the box, and I guess I didn't. And I don't want to spend a bunch of time looking for it because it's not on my cluster of cards here. This is a really big table. It goes from here to here, and it's full of cards. Well, you probably saw over here, it's kind of my mess, but I'm going to pull an extra card on this because I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, it is, so what I see, what I was explaining, in the Rider White, he's got a pentacle here and a pentacle here, and he's looking at one. It's when to me, the Two of Pentacles can also be that time where you go, that's what I want, and that's what I'm paying attention to right now. And it's like there is something that grabs a hold of you that makes you go towards that. Now, what is anything more with this Ace of Wands? I'm really excited about this Ace of Wands. Let's see. Hermit and the Magician. So coming from a place of searching it feels like you understand that there's somebody in your life that has everything you need. The magician. I don't think that's you realizing you have all the tools. I feel like it's that realization because the last clarifier was the Two of Pentacles. This is everything I need. This is exactly what I want. This is what I'm going for. I put sometimes I put them over there and sometimes I take them back. So yeah, I think you've got something new starting in 2026 when it comes to love. So, what you don't see is the Fool. So, this is something that's happening that you may not ever be aware of, but there is definitely something new happening here. I'm going to clarify it to see what life area that's in. Tell me more about this because it's very interesting because there's a new beginning happening here, which affects you in some way. Nine of Pentacles. You and that Nine of Pentacles, the Star, Ten of Pentacles. This is beautiful energy. So there is something happening where you may be offered later on in the year to take a leap of faith, but this is something that you are not causing. Something else is happening that's causing this full energy of a new beginning. And this is a really lovely card where it's, kind of just okay, let's do this. So there's something happening either with another person, with the company that you work for, with someone you don't even know that's going to benefit you in the ways of, again, going back to that Nine of Pentacles, because this is important to you, keeps coming up. And it is an earth sign as well. It's a Nine of Pentacles, Virgo. The Star, reaching your dreams. And this Ten of Pentacles is the ultimate relationship, the ultimate job, the ultimate family. So I feel like there's something happening behind the scenes that is going to lead you into a real and a yeah, like reaching those your true desires. And that's what that wheel is as well. And then the Ten of Pentacles. This is family. This is generational family. This is a really stable job. It could be all kinds of wonderful things, but it's the best 10 in the deck as far as reaching a goal, and it sets you up for a long time. And so does the Star. So this energy that's happening that you will be unaware of is setting you up for a really good future, and you might not even know it's happening. And that's important to know that it's okay. Trust in the divine here. So what is unexpected? It is the Chariot. Something is going to come in. Now this could be a move. Okay, for some of you, you could have like a home, move your home, moving where you live. Tell me more about the Chariot in our unexpected for our Virgos here. What is this card? I'm pulling 3 on these because it's just easier that way. Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Emperor. I feel like, yeah, you're taking a different route in something. This is like a different route, or if you normally take Highway 99, you're going to be taking Highway 101. I don't know. I pulled those out of my rear. They don't even go in the same direction, probably. I think 101 is Southern California and 99 goes all through California. But it's like taking a different road and getting out of a kind of a hard situation or a situation you're not happy with. The Page of Swords is the work that you do. So the Page of Swords is a hard worker. They decide what they want to do and they work on that thing until they can do it and do it seamlessly. And the Emperor is all about that control and taking back leadership and control. There's something here where this energy comes in and it's a surprise, but it will allow you to take a different route to something. And I feel like with the Emperor is giving you back the control, or giving you back a sense of control, sense like you have more control over a situation. For some of you, though, I really feel like it could be a move. Is there anything else about this chariot, please, for our Virgos? Oh, the Sun and the Emperor again. So this could be a person as well. If it were a person, it would probably be an Aries, but that's a fire sign, but not necessarily. It's definitely someone that has that personality. But what I do feel like you're headed towards happiness. This chariot is bringing in happiness, however it comes in, and it's going to be kind of hard because it's a big year for you. I feel like 2026 is a really big year for you. You'll be making a decision that you'll feel like affects the rest of your life. But that chariot comes in surprisingly, and it really is good. So your challenge is the Three of Wands. Here's what I think with this card. I'm not even going to clarify it, to be honest with you. It's like, it's obvious, because what your challenge is right now is you're not seeing anything come to fruition. You have that Eight of Wands where you feel like it comes and it goes and you can't get a hold of it. Not seeing the outcome, not seeing things come together. It's like when you are working on a project and you can start seeing it come together. That's the Three of Wands. Understanding that your hard work is paying off. You're not seeing it because you have the Two of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. You can't see things, and that's a struggle with you right now because you want to put your hands on something and there is nothing to put your hands on yet. That will be just something that you need to have, again, a little bit of faith in. However, your strength is the Death card. So understand that the things that are changing and the transformations that you're making are a positive one. Like, even though we had that feeling that I don't even remember where it was. You're worried about losing something that you have, changing and worried about losing what you have. Well, know that changes are good, because the Death makes changes that are transformational changes, not necessarily bad changes. They're good changes. They're growth. They're that's the caterpillar to the butterfly. It's transformation. So know that you're headed in the right direction. Also, I love that he has the clarity in his face, and it's not a face. It's clear skies. It's seeing the horizon. It's seeing the distance. It's seeing the goals. So there is a feeling to me that you embrace that right now, or you're not embracing it yet. I feel like you should, because that is your strength right now throughout the 2026 year, or at least the beginning of the year. What's the most important thing you need to know for 2026 is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is normally a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, but it's not that the person that you need to embrace. It is the feeling of the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands to me is like a Leo more so than anything else, because they're not, well, any fire sign, I guess. They're not afraid to be seen. They like to be seen. They like to be noticed. They put themselves out there. They are very confident. They have like a really good communication skills. They get people excited. They're cheerleaders. They're, they just, and when I say cheerleader, like they can really get, people worked into something and really excited about something. And that's what you need to know, is that you have this within you, especially this year. Is there something about that coming out in you, and really utilize that exciting, that passionate energy of the Queen of Wands, not only to get yourself pumped up, but the people around you as well, really drawing people in and to help you. Because when you draw people in, there's just that help that people give you, just cause, just cause. So let's do a oracle card to close this off. These readings are going pretty long. That's okay. It's 2026. It's a whole year. So what is important for our Virgos to know for 2026? What message do the oracles have for us? Not for us, for you, for Virgo. Illumination. I kind of like that. I have to read on it. So give me just a second. Let me find it. I have a little cheat sheet. Illumination is on page 79. I love this book, by the way. Other than nothing's in alphabetical order, so I made a cheat sheet. So here's illumination. The key words are awakening, hope, breakthrough, relief, resurrection, and renewal, which is exactly what you're doing. Illumination portrays a profound awakening that sheds stagnation and inaction. When we actively search for a glimmer of light in our darkest moments, it reminds us that no shadow is impenetrable, that you can't impenetrate it. Even the smallest engagement and such as a conversation with a friend, a walk in nature, or spending time with a journal can create an opportunity for light to pour through. I like this. This card invites us to recognize the light in our lives and follow its guidance towards renewal. And that's important for all of us, to find the light in our lives. I mean, we should do that every day, and look for renewal every day. I'm going to take a quick look at the Colette Baird, the Enchanted Map. These are a little bit different. Like, it gives you two kind of different types of messages here. These are usually positive, but, well, she puts a positive swing on everything. So what is this? Which is good, because we need to do that. Intention. Okay. So having intention. 22. Oh, golly. It's like, oh no, I just need one. Okay, the key words on this card, intention, are deliberate. Clear intentions have the power to change your world. Let me see. Kind of a long one. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the sky. Bloop, bloop, bloop. The universe is, oops, sorry guys. The universe is bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognize that you're not the one who has to do all the work. However, others help you co-create reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it out to the field, then allowing for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own. Own the life you want and you want to lead, and live deliberately. So living towards what you want, acting as if you have it. When they say, like, like, dress up for a job, sometimes when we dress a certain way, like as professional, then we act professional and we bring professional opportunities in. It's like, if you're living and acting into your intentions, then those things will manifest. They will. We bring in how we act and what we are, we do. So having those good intentions and bringing them to the world to see is awesome opportunity. I appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already, and leave me a comment. Have a happy 2026. Talk to you soon.